Boom. Boom.
All right, let's do this again. One more time. Take it from the top. Welcome to the Frenemies podcast. I'm your moderator, Chuck Did It. We got
Big Mike, stay hydrated.
There you go. And we
fact.
also have
Rich is in the building. What up?
All right, how was y'all weekends, baby? How's y'all week going?
Everything is good, man. Everything's
Good.
straight for me.
Good. It's good.
Right,
We're gonna talk about my Pats winning. Talk about that later though.
Yo, fuck the Patriots, baby.
I know. Just fans ain't got no love, but they ain't got no game either. That's why that's trash.
All right. So the topic for discussion right now is movies that we grew up on.
Okay.
You know. So Mike, why don't you start with your movie?
Two in particular. Probably Soul Food.
Woo!
Yeah, Soul Food. It had a lot of controversy and triumph and failure and all the things that we got to go through, man. Like that. I think it's an accurate depiction of a lot of Black families.
Mekhi Phifer throwing a tantrum in the beauty salon.
Yo, everything, kid. Like, and that was due to pride and everything. Like, you know, you want to get your own job, and especially going back to your ex to get your new man a job. Nah, like that's crazy. And Boys in the Hood.
Woo.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood was another one that was. I mean, I didn't. It gave me a look inside of
Ricky.
Yeah, and every time I see that, I want him to survive, man. It's crazy. I think we all feel that way.
I can't tell you how many times I done seen Chuck throwing air punches like Trey. I had to hold this nigga. Like, come in, man. It's gonna be all right, bro.
I think it's the other way around, brother. I think it's the other way around.
But it's like I didn't grow I grew up playing sports and stuff. Like I grew up around like gang activity and stuff like that, like where we were, but to actually be
shout out to Westside Mary.
Yo, C's was definitely Doughboy though, for sure. Like, C's was definitely Doughboy. Like, let me out.
That depiction I heard is really accurate of how Compton was, especially in that time. And that was some scary shit, man. It just be chilling, and now you into it, like just because of where you're from. That's it. Like you can get shot, killed, all of that. Ricky was a good dude, man. He just wanted to play football. That's it. But who his brother was, you know, that affiliated him by just his family, man. So yeah, those are my two. Those two are like
bad was Nia Long, though, bro. Like,
oh yeah, she's
bad and everything. though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. She's an all-star. She's an all-star. 150. All-star. But those are the two that come to my head right away that I watched a lot, and it's a lot of messages in those two movies, man.
Yeah. What about you, Rich? What's your two movies?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go with Love and Basketball, bro. I'm gonna have to go with Love and Basketball, man. I swore I was nice like him, and I thought
like
I
Quincy.
Yeah, I thought I was nice like Quincy, but I think the moral of the story is I think she ended up being better, like having like a better, you know what I'm saying, career. But
yeah, because he ended up being a journey.
Yeah, he got hurt and shit, and he wasn't really that good with the Lakers, and he got drafted to the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
Nah, he was on other teams, and he ended with the Lakers.
Yeah,
right.
He wasn't really, and she actually had a better career. She got more successful. Then when she started coming up, he like dissed her and stuff. But that was my movie. I felt that, and that was like my go-to. And also, Next Friday, bro.
Next Friday?
Next Friday.
Not the first one.
I mean, come on, we watched the first one, but yo, Day, man, with that scene when he was running around the car and he said, "Look,
okay,
this cookie ain't got no wrapper. You can get right to it."
I'm not gonna
rap on nothing.
He was hilarious in that. He was. Every scene he was in, he stole. Like he was the star of every scene.
And Baby Joker, yo, no more locked doors. Yo, man.
Baby Joker was traumatized.
What you do to my dog? Remember He said, "Yo, I think it's yogurt or something." Remember the dog was humping his leg? Yeah, man. So, yo,
But yeah, I think that was like the introduction of Mike Epps for real. And that shit
yeah,
was hilarious. It was hilarious. I'm not going when after he got pepper spray and his pops hit him with the hose and they was upstairs talking.
Yeah.
And when he was sliding around the bathroom and shit. That was like I saw that in the movies. And when he said the sprinkles, when he called sprinkles, what do you call them? Glitter. They got glitter.
Yo, and not only that, what about Michael Blackson? When he was, I can't get jiggy with this shit.
That was like one of his first roles.
Yeah.
That's true. We really set it off for the both of them. I like my first thoughts were like gangster movies. One of them being me and my brother love is Colors. Love that movie. You know, not OG Bobby Johnson, but Rocket, Don Cheadle. Throwing up the Crip signs and all. Ice-T had the famous song Colors.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw Colors, but it wasn't like I saw that later on. I didn't see that as a child for real.
Right.
All right. Yeah, we grew up on that and a classic, the 5 Heartbeats.
Okay.
Love that song. Love that.
Yo, he said, remember when he told him you could never be me?
Still in my riffs.
Yeah.
Nights like this, I wish. Yeah.
But a lot of people get
that's
the five,
classic, man.
A lot of people
Shorty getting with the brother, but she fucked Leon first.
Yeah. Remember they were stomping and he did Shy Brother. Yo, you look like Shy Brother too. You look like you do some shit like that. Yo, let's do Shy Brother. All right, man, I got you.
A lot of people got the 5 Heartbeats and the Temptations movies confused. I used to get those confused a lot because they like the movies
because
were really
Leon
similar.
and Leon was in both of them, I think.
Yo, that
I think so. Yeah.
That is their heart scene.
You can never be me, Otis.
Right, like that's what I'm saying. Like they both have scenes like that too, where it's the downfall of the lead singer.
Nigga said it should be David Ruffin and the 5 Heartbeats. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But honorable mention is probably Baby Boy too, man. Like yo, that Melvin.
Yeah, honorable mention is yeah. Honorable mention definitely Baby Boy. Definitely
Guns and Butter, baby.
I think we all grew up on above the rim.
Yeah, Above the Rim was great.
Tom Shepard.
White Man Can't Jump.
Yep.
We used to watch that all the time too.
Yeah, man.
And that's a great segue to your favorite NBA players and where you see the NBA in 10 years. Like, who's your favorite right now, Rich?
I mean, come on, man. I'm gonna go with Steph. I mean, not because I played like Steph, you know what I'm saying? But really, Steph, it's a toss-up between Steph and KD. But I'm gonna have to go with Steph is my favorite just because of the way he plays and the way I play as a shooter. You know what I mean? Not to say KD not a shooter, but you know, I'm 6'2", he's 6'3". Like our games kind of model each other. So I would say Steph is probably my favorite. I hope they win this year, man.
Yeah, they're a really good team this year.
So you think he's I mean, if you feel like he's the best player in the NBA, of course he's the best point guard in the NBA. When he retires, who do you see taking over that spot? Like in a few years, because what's that? 30 what?
33.
33.
So we'll give him a few years. Who do you see?
I'm gonna have to go with Ja Morant, man. I'm gonna have to go with Ja Morant. Not the same game, so I don't think he would take over that spot as far as you know, lethal shooter or whatever. But I think because I saw something today where they was like, well, we're gonna miss LeBron when he's gone. And I'm like, I don't know. Because the league got some, like, people thought the NFL was gonna miss Peyton, and they didn't really. You know, I thought they was gonna miss Brady, they didn't. So, you know, I mean, with Ja Morant and a lot of these young stars, you know, with Booker still there, and you know, I just think that Ja's probably up next. I want to see Ja get a chip.
They're different. They're different point guards, but I definitely see what you're saying. He's on his way to being definitely like top 5 already, point guard. Mm-hmm. And I think already top 10 in the league in like probably next year. By next year, I would almost put him in the top 10. But my favorite player right now is a favorite player to watch or the person I think I would build a team around.
Whatever you think, whatever you want to flow with.
Well, it's a bunch of people I like to watch, but probably right now, Steph and LeBron, I feel like, and KD close, I feel like are the best. Definitely the top 3 players in the NBA. Steph, he's just different. Like, we understand that from behind the line, and his playmaking is actually a lot better than people give him credit for, I think. LeBron is LeBron. He's kind of like Mr. Do-It-All, but he does everything like exceptionally well, kind of. Besides shoot, but I think he's gotten a lot better in that.
Yeah, he's gotten better at shooting.
Yeah. And KD is just an automatic bucket. Like, you give him the ball, he's gonna score.
Well, who's your favorite though? Don't say LeBron either, man.
Who would I start a team around?
Nah, who's your favorite? You gonna say LeBron? Just say it, bro.
Listen to me. I'm a Knicks fan.
You said LeBron's my daddy and I love him.
Here we go.
Well, you can't say Randall.
No. And I'm not. And I don't say that I'm a big LeBron fan. I'm just going based off of just skill, and his height, his size, what he does at that height and size, the positions he can guard. Like, it's kind of hard to look past him to me. I understand Steph. I understand.
Who's him? Because there's 2 people. Because KD can guard every position as LeBron as well.
I understand what you're saying, but he's just started doing stuff like that. KD was not playing defense at all for real. And I understand what you're saying, but who's more like? I feel like my opinion is
I never seen LeBron guard a true center though.
No, I said 4. Did I say 4 positions? I didn't mean to say every position.
I seen LeBron guard number 99 at the end. Like second year
Mike Friend like he ain't see LeBron guard Lance Thomas at the corner.
I'm talking whoever he was guarding. I'm talking about who he could guard. I'm not talking about
you remember that? Remember we watched that game and he was guarding somebody. We was like, yo, who is this guy? We had to Google him.
LeBron, yeah, but I mean,
LeBron ain't never been no top tier defense. Like who
on ball? Yeah, he's never been the top.
Listen, I said, and y'all, you see, I make my picks, and now I'm getting crucified for making my
picks. You made the wrong pick.
That's fine. That's your opinion. I mean, that's fine.
This is predetermined. So you need
I'm not talking about who he actually does guard. Okay. I understand star players, normally a lot of star players don't guard the other star player for reasons, stamina reasons, like fouls, whatever the case may be. But I'm talking about his like what he is. 6'9", 260, the way he moves, the way he can play defense, the way he gets the chase down, the way he can handle the ball, the way he has a jump shot now. Like, it's kind of like, for me, that's what I'm basing on.
You think he can guard Steph?
No, but I don't think Steph can guard him.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, Steph he couldn't guard Steph on the perimeter, no. But like, nobody can. I mean, we know how hard it is to guard somebody without touching them. Imagine guarding Kyrie or Steph without touching them. It's ridiculous. Like, you can't hand check, you can't do anything. Like, we understand the rules got changed for offense. They want more scoring. Cool. But yeah, I mean, LeBron, for me, I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm just going off of what I'm not. Like, it's not like I got jerseys, I root for his team. I'm just going based off of, yes, he doesn't guard the best players, but if he did and really decided to lock in, he would be fine.
Yo,
I don't think he would really.
I had a pair of LeBrons. I threw them shits out.
Same. I got a pinched nerve wearing those bronze.
Listen, I've never had a pair of LeBrons. I'm not even gonna play myself.
I had a pair. I used to play bowling them. I broke both my ankles in them shit.
Damn. Did you send them an email?
I should sue.
You should have told them. Right? I heard the current sneakers. I heard they scratch your ankles.
Yeah, I had the Soldier 7s, I think.
Yeah, that's why I would wear my ankle brace with those Currys.
Curry shouldn't even have come out with no sneakers with his tissue paper ankles.
with who I think is gonna take over these spots. I think we kind of said the names, like the Ja Morants. I think LaMelo is looking like really good. Pause.
I think the start to his career is probably better than the start to his brother's.
I definitely think so. I think he looks a lot more comfortable than his brother.
Yeah.
He looks like he just fits in. Yeah. I didn't realize he was
he ain't even developed. He's still young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you even see Lonzo, he kind of like filled out, got a little more muscular, and he played in college. You know what I'm saying? So imagine when LaMelo gets a little older. The other one, imagine the jokes at the dinner table with the one that is in the G League.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's still top tier level though. I mean, G League ain't for slouches.
Yeah, but when you got two brothers, when you got two brothers
different.
in the A,
it's different,
and you the one in the G League,
but it ain't his fault. It ain't.
And your name is Jello. Like
that was a misstep by his dad. That ain't his fault. Taking him out of UCLA and all that. Yeah, that really.
Nah, because that didn't hurt LaMelo. So,
well, LaMelo went out of high school, so he didn't have a college degree. He went from high school to the D League. The D League in Lithuania.
But even all
he was playing with men.
But all the hype was surrounded mostly around Lonzo, obviously, and LaMelo. Jello was nobody was really checking for him anyway.
Not really.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just, you know what I mean? Maybe he's just not that good for his age group. You know what I'm saying? So
I think it's just a lot. It's a lot more people his size in the NBA that are better than him to me.
Yeah.
Like he's not super big. You know what I mean? Like he's fairly average for the NBA.
Yeah. Well, my favorite player, is Steph. I enjoy watching him play. I always say in other chats he's the best player in the NBA. He changed the game, like the style of play is because of Steph. And I don't really like I like Ja Morant. I like Donovan Mitchell. Because there's a lot I don't like about the NBA right now, but I do love watching Zach LaVine. I love as much as they shit on his game, I love DeMar DeRozan's game. Love his game.
Now I didn't love his game.
Even in San Antonio, even in Toronto.
I always felt that DeMar DeRozan was just missing. See, like I come from the Jordan era, right? So Jordan, Kobe, like I had that killer, and that was my issue with Bron. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt like DeMar DeRozan was too passive. And
yes, I agree.
You could just watch him like you gotta step on their neck, like, and he was just too passive with all that skill. He was just now when he came out later on, I thought that was a beautiful thing when they all talked. Him and Kevin Love talked about the depression and a lot of their social anxiety and stuff like that. So you can kind of understand that that's just not his personality. But if he had that killer instinct matched with his skill, he would have been one of the top tier guards in the league.
I think he waited too late. I think he has a few good years left, and that's gonna be it. Like he's looking pretty. I'm gonna be real with the shot that he took against the Knicks, where I think where the inbounder was LaVine, and he could have passed it back to him, but he took that shot. I wholeheartedly was like, that was LaVine's shot. It's his team.
Yeah.
But as I'm watching now, like he seems to be evening it out a little bit. Like he's scoring a lot more. He's taking a lead role. And I think he took another game-winning shot that he missed too. But I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's too late.
They go back and forth a lot.
Right.
And they got Caruso, Lonzo, and other players playing a lot of great defense. So they're a really good team, and it contradicts the argument that Stephen A. felt like they couldn't play together. When they're a really good team, even with Billy Donovan, who I don't think is a good coach, but it's another story.
Yeah, I'm glad the Nets back on top because they too good to be where they was. So at least you could see some resemblance of greatness between because they were supposed to win a chip last year, believe it or not. So it's like,
Kyrie going down,
but I don't
hurting his hamstring.
I don't know that
Nah, his mom is.
Nah, I'm not a fan of any basketball team. The last basketball team I was a fan of was the Orlando Magic, 04, 05.
Okay.
06.
All right. So you just you're a fan of players.
But you know what it is, man? I got really upset with the state of the NBA. So I watch rivalry games more so than the NBA because like even now when Chuck just said he don't like the status of the NBA, me either, man. This whole I'm a review and see if that was a flagrant and then they upgrading fouls because a dude like smacked the person in the face while being pushed. It's like, yo, come on, bro. It's look at my nose, bro. You think I got this shit like this because people was elbowing me in the face? Like, it happens.
That's how it is now, though. They changed everything.
I don't like that. If I could get elbowed in the face for free, you could get elbowed in the face for millions of dollars, bro, and not complain about it.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I agree, but that's not how. Like, they want more offense, more scoring. So you can't touch anybody. You touch somebody, we're gonna call. We want you to score.
But now it's leveling out because of the new rules as far as drawing fouls. So now the scoring is going down. There's games.
If they play like that in the park, bro, I'd go to the NBA too. Like nobody's played. Like I remember James Harden. Like I don't even think he that tough, but he just be dancing and getting around people. That's because they don't got that person putting that strong arm on him.
Yeah, you can't touch him.
Foul.
Can't touch him. Yeah, that's how it is, man. It's evolution of the game. I mean, the players are getting bigger and stronger, but they're calling a lot more shit. So
yeah,
it's weird.
I mean, now we're gonna transition to Rich's favorite team, the Patriots, on how they're doing. 17 games this season, and for the foreseeable future in the NFL.
Oh yeah,
and Mac-10 is doing well. Not as good as my Jets ain't doing that great, but hey.
But listen, man, yo, we went to the game earlier this year, Jets Patriots, and we had a blast. But I was gonna invite you to go back to the one in Foxborough, but we don't even need to do that because we already know how that story gonna end. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. The way the Bills played last year, everybody, even myself, I thought that they were going to be on top of the AFC East. And Cam, got Cam ass up out of there, which I will admit before you even, I was an advocate for Cam. Like I was like, yo, I'm happy to have him. Boy, I'm so glad he gone.
Why don't you like him?
You see where we at versus where we was?
I just asked you a question.
So he couldn't throw the ball, man. He couldn't throw.
Yeah, he couldn't throw the ball. I mean, I was never a fan of Cam. Rich used to hear me argue that Kaepernick was just as good as Cam, if not better. Both players got their teams to the Super Bowl. In 10 years, Cam only had 3 winning seasons. I didn't understand why the NFL was pushing that he was this star player.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's because he's marketable.
But we're not even going to talk about Cam. We're going to keep this on the Pats. Yo, you see how my man threw the ball 3 times?
Three times the whole game. And they ran all night.
Ran straight down. Man, listen, boy.
He's fast.
Damian Harris.
Damian Harris. Stevenson. Listen, we good, man. We good this year. I'm not the one screaming Super Bowl bound.
That's Stephen A.
I'm happy. I'm happy where we are now. Listen, it's a legit chance, especially if you got to come through Foxborough. With that defense, because remember we had a lot of. I was telling you this last year. We had a lot of players hurt and out last year. Yeah. So now that they're back, they opted to come back. We had Judon. We signed Judon in free agency, and now Mac Jones is better than Cam. Like, we got Nelson Aguilar. So we got decent receivers on the outside a little bit. Not crazy, but listen, man.
If you said Nelson Aguilar, like that was a catch. Like that was a pick.
What I'm saying is, who did they have? Who was there last year? You gotta remember Gronk left. He didn't have no receivers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy to be on top of the AFC. I'm saying if the road to the Super Bowl comes through Foxborough, I believe the Patriots, my team, is going to be in the Super Bowl. Now I'm gonna be heartbroken if it's Pats Bucks.
It's very conflicting. Yeah.
But you know, I'm a Pats fan. I'm rocking
Rich,
with the Pats.
Listen, how do you live and have been born and raised in I'm not gonna cuss because of the algorithm, and I might want to, but how? How do you become? That's like being a Pacers fan in the '90s, yo. Like, like I'm talking about as far as basketball.
Low key. Reggie Miller was my favorite player, though.
This guy, man, this explains a lot.
Reggie Miller was my favorite player because we played the same. I
love Jordan.
You
didn't play like Reggie.
I did. So you see you've been a victim of a couple of my jump shots.
Your jump shot is good, but you had more than Reggie. Reggie wasn't a ball handler.
When I first started, I was like Clay when he had 60. Like I would have 18 dribbles. Like
how do you become a Patriots fan?
I moved to Florida. And I met this dude who was from Rhode Island, and I wasn't really a big football fan. So he was raving about the Pats. He was like, "Yo, you know," and I'm like, "I don't even watch football, bro. I watched one Super Bowl when Green Bay won it. Favre won his, and that was the only Super Bowl I ever watched." So then he's like, "Well, you got to watch this team, man. You got to watch the Patriots." I'm like, "All right, cool." So we go to a Super Bowl party. And I watched the Patriots play, and they won the Super Bowl. So I'm like, okay, but I like the way they play. So I said, all right, I'm gonna watch them next year. So I watched them the next year, and then
blasphemy.
And then so ever since then, I liked Tom Brady and I liked the Patriots the way they play. So I just kept watching them play. There was no.
So long story short, this man finessed you into liking the Patriots.
He introduced me to the Patriots. And
you fell in love with him.
Right. Because I didn't watch, and so I understand the idea of like a bandwagon fan, right? But I didn't watch football at all.
Right. That makes sense.
They just happened to be the first. So it's like when you see LeBron on the Heat and you like, oh, you know, but you never watched him with the Cavs, but you watched him play with the Heat and he's your favorite player. But you didn't watch basketball at all before that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you mean. You got introduced to football with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's just like a high. You know what I'm saying? It's like taking a hit of crack. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, you got introduced to like the best team in the league at that time, though. Like,
no, they was not the best team in the league. You know what I'm saying?
You said they won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, but they was 9-7.
Yeah,
but wasn't the best team in the league. But when
you have Tom Brady, man, it's
but Tom Brady wasn't even Tom Brady then. He was, but
Rich, he's always been Tom.
I mean, I know that, but he wasn't. Nice, but he was still he was a second year player.
No, you're right. You know, and I understand. I just wanted to understand like where that came from. Where like you're around all these Patriots haters, and you just be like, yo,
but I
stand. But that makes sense. Man.
That makes sense. Is my team, and I ain't waver. When Brady left, the Pats are still my team. You won't never see me rocking no Bucks gear. You know, every year when Tom Brady won a Super Bowl, when I had money, obviously, I bought like the hats or the shirts or whatever. Last year, I didn't buy no Tampa Bucks hat. Like, I'll buy some TB12 shit, but not no Bucks.
What about you, Mike? You really watch football like that?
Not really. That's why I was letting y'all talk. You know,
everybody knows the Jets is my team, and one of the issues I have is always, to me, it's the culture. I think if the culture changes, then the winning. If the culture changes, then the winning changes. And I think a lot of times when you have certain owners, they really don't care about the winning. As long as they get the income, as long as they got the strong fan base, they're not going to put their team in a position to win. Like we had 2 good seasons in the early 2000s with Rex Ryan, and they blew up the team right after 2 AFC championship games. So that showed you right there that we're not really, the owner's not really built on trying to win.
More I have a question for you. I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but why are you a Jets fan and not the Giants?
Growing up, that was the first team. They was on CBS, so the TV turned on. The TV turned on.
Right, the Jets is playing.
And my favorite, and when I was a kid, my favorite color was emerald green. So they popped out a lot. I really didn't like who was the quarterback at the time? Phil Simms. Yeah, I really didn't like a lot of the play. I didn't, and then as I got older, I didn't like Tiki Barber. I didn't like Strahan. I only like Jeremy Shockey, but because he played for the U. Other than any player that played for the U, I was a big fan of. Because that was
so you're a big fan of steroids then? So is that what you're saying, Charles?
Oh yeah, a big fan. I mean, we watched the program.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So you already know.
Sidebar, that's a classic movie that enough people don't talk about. The Program is a really good movie. But yeah, man. Oh,
definitely
another
a really good movie.
Yeah. Sorry, real quick. Blue Chips.
Oh,
that was fire to me. Like that was. I didn't even know until I saw that college players would gamble or throw games or anything like that. That's crazy.
Tony shaving points. Nigga was failing TV. How you feeling TV, Tony?
Yo, and he got game too, low key, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was the Stephon Marbury story.
I still got my he got games in a box, bro. Still got my he got games in a box.
Jesus Shuttlesworth might be one of the illest names I've ever heard.
Word.
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Today we're gonna definitely skip one of the topics and we'll reach that for another day. So we're gonna move on to some more spicy conversation, which is what's going on with your boy Tristan Thompson, man. They say he cheated.
About you say your boy?
Who's boy?
Who you talking to?
You trying to make him my boy? Don't make him my boy.
That's rich man.
Nah.
He cheated for the millionth time on Chloe.
Oh.
He got a personal trainer pregnant. She was a colonizer. I mean,
oh my God,
a white woman.
We
trying to give viewers. All right,
that's fine.
So one of my questions when it comes to not just Tristan Thompson, me and Richard, he posed this question when me and him was having a conversation: is are men or women of today irresponsible in dating and relationships?
Can I go first?
Absolutely.
Oh, Mike.
All right.
Because we talked about this earlier too. Go ahead.
Right. I think as a woman, to date a man in a certain profession and that has a certain amount of money, I don't think that they should expect these men to be 100% loyal, where they're not having sex with anybody else. I understand she's Chloe. So it's why would you cheat on a Khloe Kardashian? It's just different. For men, it's a lot different. It's just something to do. It's not attached to, I don't think it was attached to emotions. I think she was a personal trainer. He was like, damn, she's kind of fine. And then they were having sex and she wound up pregnant. That, I don't understand. Yes, he needs to wrap it up if he's going to do it. He needs to be honest. But I think the expectation that they put on these type of men that have millions of dollars and that are people in the public eye to expect them not to exercise options for me is kind of it's delusional, because it's I don't think you can have both, for real. To be honest, I don't think you can have both.
My man, when he knew he was going to the NBA, he was like, yo, when I go to the NBA, I'm going to try to fuck as many women as I can. It's always probably been a dream of his, because, so he's just yo, I'm just going to live my dream. And the thing is, a man like that, look at Jeter, you know what I'm saying? When you in that status, then just don't have a girl. You know what I'm saying? Because Chloe is bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if her body's real and all that. We're not gonna get into all that, but you know what I'm saying? She's not a ugly woman, and she has her own money. She has her own empire financially. You know what I'm saying? So for him to do that again, is irresponsible of him. And then not only that, bro, like you getting like it's one thing to have sex with them, but to get them pregnant,
yeah,
it's like yo, come on, you making bad decisions, bro. You're supposed to wrap that up. However, I respect his stance when he said, yo, I don't want this baby. So I take this 75,000 because I'm retiring after this year, so you ain't getting nothing. And he's like, you should have never had this baby. Now, I don't know if the woman's having the baby for the money.
I mean, come on.
Maybe she's against abortion. Like, we don't know. I don't know her.
I feel you, but
you put her in that position. You did that because regardless of what was happening, you could have stopped that from happening.
Right. He didn't have to do anything. You're right.
Right. By not cheating. And even if you was going to cheat, ensuring that she did not get pregnant.
But Rich, do you think that that's feasible to ask an NBA player who's traveling?
Absolutely.
But what I'm saying is, you think she should expect him to be faithful, even an NBA player?
If that is the type of person if that was their agreement, yes, I expect you to honor that agreement.
But do you think, all right, that was the agreement. I understand that. But do you think if he came to her and was like, listen, I want to have sex with a different chick like every 3 months, you think she would have been cool with that?
I don't know, because I don't know Chloe.
I'm just saying, you think most women would be cool with that?
I think some women would be cool with that. Most women, nah.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. I think being that he is NBA players and entertainers already have that stigma of being promiscuous, where they're having sex with a bunch of people. They already have that, and that's for a reason.
But that's the lifestyle that they live. So
right. So
I think Chloe can't be naive. Come on, like just like that's rappers, actors, like they all sleep with each other. They all, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lifestyle. So she can't be naive to that lifestyle. But
it wasn't a random. It was his personal trainer. So it was him spending a lot of time with this person. Probably.
She works.
TMZ, bro.
She works. He's on Sacramento.
So it was the Sacramento trainer or his like a different trainer?
His personal trainer. His personal trainer he hired.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I understand.
But see, now the problem I have is now this kid and child support is based upon the child being able to live at the same standard that the parent is living at. And that's why Chris Brown had to pay so much money, because he had all this money, but his kid was supposed to be living in like some 2-bedroom apartment. The judge was like, nah, your kid is supposed to be with you essentially. So if you're not going to be there, you have to provide a lifestyle similar to yours. And, the idea of this kid being out there unwanted by Tristan and then also going to be like, just like a regular kid, to me is just like, that's
Alone all over again.
It's unfair, man. It's unfair. And he should have to take care of that kid. Like you don't get to just get this woman pregnant and then just avoid all responsibility. I respect his position. Like he's not caving. He's upset about it and he's letting it be known. But I think he should look inward first. You know what I mean? Be mad at yourself because, bro, nobody did this but you.
For me, I agree with you. I agree that we made those choices.
He had to know she wasn't getting rid of an NBA player's baby, bro. Like
probably not. Come on. Yes. I mean, I'm sure he did know that. But the only thing I say that is Chloe's fault is for dating. Like a woman like Chloe can't date down. Like she has a lot of money, so she's not going to date a regular 9-to-5. She has to date somebody with more money or as like money as like the same, either equal or above.
What nigga wouldn't cheat on Chloe?
What do you mean?
She should have dated a nigga like me, right? But because I'm not cheating on Chloe.
The lifestyle would be totally different though. You wouldn't be able to keep up with the Chloe lifestyle. Like
that's why she's bringing me up.
You would just be the side dude because you wouldn't be able to pay that mortgage or that rent right now.
Why do I have to pay the mortgage?
Because I'm just saying, if you're with her, if you're married to a Chloe, you would still be a man. Like you would still be the provider. No, you wouldn't.
No, I'm arm candy. She's a provider.
So how do you think that relationship would go with you being the arm candy?
It would go with me being rich and having all the money in the world. And I don't care.
No, I feel you. It's like
Yo,
forget your man.
I would trade in one leg of one of my chromosomes and be an XX for that bread. Like
that money.
I don't have that big of an ego.
But what I'm saying is, a dude like Tristan who has millions, who has the crazy options, Chloe is his wife, but he still has the ones that he's just gonna have sex. The thing of he should have been more upfront. As an NBA player, you should be like, listen, I'm gonna have sex from time to time with other women.
But it's never.
That's what it should have been. That's what I'm saying. But I think he should have done that. Like that doesn't make sense to me. Why?
I mean, because a lot of times, regardless if you're famous or not, I mean, who wants to get cheated on? Like the emotions don't turn off.
Yeah, so but if you're dealing with that type of dude, man, it comes with that a lot of the time with those type of NBA players and entertainers.
Yeah, but
she has to know. She knows that.
A lot of them.
Yeah, but that can come with a dude that's broke. That can come with any.
Yeah, but what would you rather cry in, Chuck? You rather cry in a Bentley or a Honda Accord? Hey, they both gonna cheat on you. So why not have
I'd rather cry in the Bentley, you know,
right?
With the heated seats.
Absolutely,
and that's what massage rollers in the back.
And that's what Chloe's doing right now. She's crying in that Bentley.
You think Chloe crying?
Probably. I mean,
I don't think I really don't think she cares at this point.
She probably was getting piped too. What you think? She probably was.
To me, I'm gonna keep it a buck. For me, though, I don't think a lot of women cheat as much. I think they have a lot of dudes on the side, but I don't think they actually have sex with them a lot because a lot of women like that emotional attachment. They need to feel something for that dude a lot of the time before they actually have sex with them. We don't have to really do that. Men can be like, "Yo, she's fine. I'll have sex with her."
Yeah, but women also like the hope for a relationship with a dude.
Go ahead.
So women, a lot of times, she hoping their relationship. A woman will date a married man, hoping that he would leave his wife.
Absolutely, which is terrible.
So
bad idea. He's not doing that.
No, he's just gonna be with both of you.
So a woman would cheat with the potential of being with that man, and then
if he's good enough, if he checks off those boxes, definitely she'll do that.
Yeah, because if say she was in a relationship, right, and it was abusive, this, that, and the third, and then she meets this married man, and when he's with her, he treats her better than anybody.
But you know what's crazy is she would now in turn think that she's different. So dating. So if I was piping a chick who's married, right? Why would I think that if we got married, you wouldn't do the same thing to me? Like, so I could never, if I was cheating with
shouldn't assume different.
I'm looking at you like you could never be wifey because the way we started, I could never trust you.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I'm arrogant. I'm arrogant at times. I'm arrogant at times, right? But I ain't that arrogant. Like to think that I'm special. Like I was able to pull you and no other nigga gonna pull you from me. Like, nah, you have shown me, this disloyal quality, and I'm not fucking with you. I mean, people can change. I will say that people can change for what they want.
When money is involved, a lot of times these men and women, they become a lot more tolerable. Like you see like what happened with the baby and Danny Lee. The baby cheated on his girl with Danny Lee. She was talking all that hotness, and then come around full circle. Now he's treating her how he treated his baby moms.
That's an example. That's an example for me as far as Tristan. Like a man like the baby, however say his name,
bro. But a man like the baby,
right? Like we know it's in the public that he's never been known to be an outstanding dad. He has mad baby. Don't he have a few baby mothers and all of that too?
Yeah, I probably.
And women still flock to him, knowing that he's not a great dad, that he's not that great of a dude, but they still want to be with him.
Because fame is a drug, bro.
Absolutely, that's what absolutely.
Fame. That why you think all these Instagram is a drug? It's actually more potent than It's more potent than crack. It releases more serotonin in your brain.
The endorphins and all that.
Yeah. That's why Facebook and them, they took the like button out. and stuff like that. So you can't really tell how many likes you got. Because people are literally
YouTube got rid of the dislike button.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. You know, but I mean that goes to show like men are just as emotional as a woman, because a man can cheat 30, 40 times, but let him get cheated on. Let that man get cheated on. He may jump off a building. He would expect her to take him back after cheating 40, 50 times, but let him get cheated on. He will never take her back.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he would never. I would say it's not likely, because a lot of men can't handle that.
Well, let me give you from my perspective, and I've said this to Richard many a time. For me, I don't care about physical cheating. Like if you cheat and have sex with somebody else, I really don't care.
Yo, Mike's head just exploded, bro.
But if you cheat emotionally, then I may lose my mind. If I'm with this person 3, 4, 5 years or 10, 20 years, and you cheat on me emotionally, I feel more hurt by that than you going out fucking some rando. You know?
Can I go?
Yeah.
Listen, I understand what you're saying because it's emotional. Because like we talked about, it's a connection. But I can't imagine a woman that I love getting crazy with somebody else, man. That's too difficult for me. Like, call me insecure if you want. That's fine. But
it was a trait that I learned when I was a teenager in high school. I had a high school sweetheart, and we was off and on for 5 years. So when we was off, she's fucking somebody else, but we still hanging out. And when we back on, we back on. So I learned to separate myself when it comes to, she's fucking with somebody else.
I can understand that more, but I'm talking about a woman that's yours, like not yours, but like, let's say your wife, and like she goes out and has sex with another dude, and she comes back and admits to you. You'll be more inclined to get over that. Like you'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Better man than me, man.
Because for me, if like say my last relationship, the reason why I got so upset when she cheated was because she stagnated and regressed the progression that we was trying to build. Like we was trying to build something great, and she basically burned the house down. So I was upset about that. But if it was like I'm living on my own, you living on your own, you fuck your baby father or you fuck some nigga, I'm really not going to, like, I'm emotionally not going to care as I would with you're always on the phone with this man, vibing, connecting. You're always interacting with this man, always, it's not even physically, it's just emotionally connecting with another person. I would feel it. I would feel it. So
I hear you, man. But like, because I know what I be doing to my lady. I can't imagine another dude doing that, and I'm like, nah, man, that's tough for me. But I guess that would be something that I would have to learn. But
yeah, because a lot of times, like a woman, sometimes she'll cheat down, and a lot of experience. So I'll be looking like,
is that worse? Like if a chick cheat down, is that like, would you rather her cheat up? Like, does it make it better?
Nah, either or, it don't make it better. But I'm just saying from my experience, one relationship she cheated down. I'm like, so how was it? She's like, it wasn't that great. He was lazy.
Asks how was
it?
Yeah, how was it?
That's crazy. So what if she said? So now hold on. If she says it's whack, because I definitely would ask how was it.
She said it was whack, but if she said it was good, I'm very competitive. I'm like, well, I'm gonna tear your shit up.
So you gotta restamp it, basically.
I gotta recertify. I gotta fill out the application and do the exam all over.
You gotta do some nastier shit. Like, oh, y'all did this? Okay.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Bring it
this is
back
not even my final form, right?
Word.
Bringing it back to the original topic. How do you think Chloe feels? Do you think she feels like because it was physical, it's okay, but it got physical, but they had a baby? It's not just physical.
But see, we don't know if it was just physical because we don't know the dynamics of their relationship. I just know she gotta feel terrible. This is embarrassing.
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of times, us in our culture, we generally don't know how the other culture feels. You know, we can say, oh, we know how a black woman is going to feel. She gets cheated on, she gets betrayed, you know, because we are very naturally empathetic to the black woman's trauma, the black woman's plight. But when a white woman gets cheated on, her reaction a lot of times is never nowhere near how a black woman's reaction is.
What's a black woman's reaction, Chad?
More emotional, more distraught, more broken down, more traumatic. I can't do this. You know, a white woman a lot of times, they tend to be more vengeful about the cheating. They'll get your ass fired from your job off the cheating.
You said they're going to HR.
Or a white woman will sit there and deal with it. Like, yo, I know, and she'll know for 2 years. And the husband don't know. But she knew I knew for 2 years and didn't say nothing. And was still sucking your dick and was still licking your balls and all that.
You think they're just a little bit more tolerable of the nonsense?
I think white women don't have hereditary trauma. So that's why they're a lot more tolerable. A black woman will grow up and hear the experiences of their grandmother, their aunt, their mother, and they will empathize with that. And they will sometimes be very fearful of not becoming like their.
But also, not only that too, they're dealing with a lot from a life standpoint. Like, life teaches them that they're not beautiful, right? So
absolutely,
they come with those pressures too. So, you know, that's why.
You think that's happening now, where life is telling them that they're not beautiful?
Absolutely.
Because remember, like, black women didn't really get front page of this. I mean, with a lot of the appropriation, it's like cool now to put black people in these positions. You know, people fought like affirmative action or whatever, but really it was just because we were so far behind and they had such a head start. You had to give African Americans this chance. And in modeling and in TV and all this stuff, they would demonize a lot of the.
Yeah. So I mean, you know this.
It's all right. I'll edit this out. He can take a pause for a second. You ready?
Yeah. So they would demonize a lot of the stuff that black women or even black men were doing, and then white people would do it, and they'd be like, "It's so great, like it's the first time you ever saw that." So, you know, black women know that. You know what I'm saying? They know how. You know, remember they were last at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And so they carry that around with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're black and they're a woman. So they got two things working against them. So I could definitely see their reaction being different.
I don't think in this day and age that they're held back as much as we're like saying.
Well, no, not as much as the past.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying in general, like
why do you think
women are the most populated in college? No, I mean they do what they want now. They do what they want.
The world is free now, right?
Yes.
The world is free. Like with Instagram and the way you can market yourself.
Absolutely.
You don't need a photo shoot with whatever magazine or whatever. You can get your own photographer. You can get your own whatever.
No, but what I'm saying is I don't think, like you said, like I don't, and these are the reasons why I don't feel like they're held back for real. Like the college population is mostly women. They're making more money than a lot of men also. I can understand where it's coming from the past, where it's like you're being held back. But right now, I feel like they're fine. They actually have a lot more advantages than men. Like, all right, just for instance, let me give you one example. Like, if you know how STEM is taken over by men, like science, technology, engineering, and math. That's majority of men that work in those positions. Before, women didn't want to work in those positions because they were like crazy, like they were pretty tough, and they didn't want to work in those anyway. Now that you're giving them that they're in college and they have their choices, they're still not picking those type of jobs. They're picking more social jobs. So I feel like if a woman wants to go into STEM because of what's it called, where you hire somebody because of like you hire a woman because you need more women to hire. I forget what it's called right now, but they would have more incentive to hire a woman right now just to fill that quota. You feel what I'm saying? Like they would get that job way easier than like.
And I'm cool with that.
Yeah. But, no, I'm not saying that I'm just saying that it is a lot more equal than it is.
But like I said, Black women are painted with a different brush, so it's a lot more easier for women overall. But like I said, the Black woman is coming from a lot more trauma, a lot more emotional baggage than the white woman. You know, so whereas the Black woman, she's getting her body done to keep up with the Joneses and to make herself feel beautiful, and the white woman, she's getting her body done to market herself. You know, whereas it didn't come from insecurity like it came from a Black woman. A lot of times a Black woman, she's looking like, I don't think I'm beautiful. What can I do to be beautiful? Sometimes they go to the gym and it works out for them. And if it don't work out, a lot of times a woman wants to feel beautiful as a Black woman. She'll sit there and be like, let me get my ass done. And let me get my chest done. Where the white woman is just like, I'm just getting my lips done. I want to look like Dolly Parton. You can get my titties. And they overdo it sometimes. And it doesn't come from the same place where Black women, Indian women, white women, no matter what, they all have the same opportunities, but they all coming from different angles. And the white woman is like, just like the Black man, just like the white man, the white woman is starting on third and rounding her way home, where the Black woman is still in the dugout, getting ready for her next at bat.
So you feel like Black women are getting the BBLs and everything because of the past? You don't think it has anything to do with just trying to attract like a millionaire or trying to get money for having a big butt or something like that? You don't think it has anything to do with that?
Nah, because a lot of times the millionaire ain't attracted by the big butt.
They don't have sex with it. They won't marry it, but they'll have sex with those. Yeah,
but a millionaire can find that, and he can go to Brazil and have 20 fake booties.
Why go to Brazil if you can go to Miami?
Because I'm a millionaire. Why not go to Brazil? Because now we're talking about ratio to income. I would go to Miami. Rich will go to Miami. You will go to Miami. But if I'm consistently making $10 million a year, where you gonna find me? In Brazil? Where you gonna find me? In the Philippines? Where you gonna find me? In Bangkok?
Well, actually, I'm gonna be real. Miami is like a hotbed right now for millionaires. A lot of them are moving there. But I understand what you're saying. I understand.
If I become a millionaire, I'm out of here, bro.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Miami.
But it's a lot of It's a lot of money, like in Miami. Like it's a lot of like entertainment.
You right on the money, Richard. Africa. I want that natural
Africa.
No, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I say, I mean, I know these things. I think these is for a certain type of person, because a lot of regular dudes don't care really about fake anything, to be honest. I prefer natural hair. I prefer that. I don't care about the long nails. I don't care about eyelashes. I don't care about any of that stuff. I prefer a woman without all of that.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's a lot of men that really don't care about, but they say that they're doing that for them.
Yeah, we going one of these days we going to tackle that catfishing. I feel like a lot of that. Remember I'm gonna get you, sucker. When had that chick and she took a leg off and so, yo, we gonna get in. We could talk about these white people getting arrested. Fucking the parents, bro. I'm so happy they locked their parents up.
Again, I don't know. I don't
even know why they locked them up. I'm just happy they did. Charge them with accessory.
They charged them with conspiracy and accessory because he texted them and was like, he told him what happened, and the mother's response, the little 15-year-old that shot up the Brumley.
Okay, so he texted the parents.
He texted his mom, and he basically told him, and the mom's response was, "I'm not mad at you, just don't get caught."
LOL too.
LOL.
So you saying she shouldn't get arrested?
No, she
did. They was on the run.
You don't think she should?
Hell yeah. When in America have you seen them arrest white parents, bro, for some shit they kids did?
Oh yeah, that's
the white parents in America who created these fucking mass shooters,
heathens.
yeah, man, the parents have not been held accountable at all, ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They've been holding black parents accountable the whole time.
Yeah, this is the first time that a parent.
So I can put that in. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. We're gonna segue to the Brumley case, the child shooter, kid shot up his school, and how the parents got arrested for neglect and conspiracy.
Yeah, and I think they got the manslaughter charge too. And
yeah, they got manslaughter.
Yeah, I was told they bought him the gun.
It was both the parents.
Yeah, both parents. And I heard that they purchased the gun as a gift for him.
I believe it.
A lot of people had an issue with them when they reported it, showing a picture of him when he was a little kid with the praying hands, when he was a whole teenager shooting up to school, and how if it was a black kid, they're gonna show the black kid's mugshot. Yeah. So eventually, some news sites started showing the kid's mugshot, and he looked insane.
Yeah, right. Just like a shooter should look.
Well, first off, you gotta be insane to shoot up a school, bro. Like, bro, I had a hard time in school. I was light skinned, like Kid from Kid and Play,
with the Dragon Ball Z button ups.
You know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball Z shirts, Hawaiian shirts, hanging with Lil Chase.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I never thought about shooting up a school. Like when you know what I'm saying? Like you just tough it out. Like these kids is, I don't want to shame like mental health and all that. Like I'm big in mental health. I think everybody, but like your parents, bro, like, and that's why I'm glad the parents got arrested. Like the kid, I could care less. You know what I'm saying? What happens to him? Like go to jail, death penalty, whatever it is. Like he deserves whatever he get. But I think the parents should definitely, getting arrested is not enough. I think the parents need to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because white America is raising these terrorists. Mm-hmm. You know, they're being cultivated in the homes of white Americans. And if you're a true patriot, protect your country, protect other people's children, and get your kids some help. And don't buy no 15-year-old no gun. He ain't. Like, I think I'm so happy.
Well, that's normal in a lot of states, man. Them gun laws are really loose, and you could do like little kids are. It's just in New York, man. You can't have no guns around kids in New York, but everywhere else, man, it's fine. Well, not everywhere, but those particular states, it's a lot of them too.
So we're gonna end it here, and before we end it, everybody can give their last piece about whatever they want to talk about. Me personally, I want to talk about how certain, not just news sites, but certain personalities. One of the top podcasts is Joe Rogan. How he misinterprets our black people protesting when it came out to this week that only not 93% of Black Lives Matter protests were peaceful, but somebody like Joe Rogan would create the narrative how Black Lives Matter protesters are chaotic. They're rioting, they're burning, they're this, they're that. And that's just a small percentage. That's 7% out of 100%, 93 Black Lives Matter protests were peaceful. But somebody who's very influential in podcasting, Joe Rogan, will sit there and talk about how chaotic, how dangerous these protests are. So, you know, I'm not a fan of that. And I unsubscribe to him. I unfollowed him. I don't really pay too much mind to him anymore after hearing that.
I didn't know on the outro that we was coming at Joe Rogan. I didn't know where
he throwing curveballs, man.
But Joe Rogan, my boy don't fuck with you no more. Just in case you see this Playboy, he don't mess with us. So that mean I don't mess with you.
We scratching at the big dogs now. Yo, fuck Joe Rogan.
Where did that come from?
I listened to what he was talking about as far as the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, and the way he was describing the BLM protest was wild. Like he was sitting there like every protest was chaotic, every protest was dangerous. After George Floyd was murdered, it was insane. Is basically what he said. When that's not true.
Yo, let me tell you right now. From Occupy Wall Street to BLM, let me tell you right now. Black people don't really fuck around like that. I'm telling you, I was there. It's the white people who will. Nah, I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm going to break this because I can't. Black people is like, no, don't. And they're like, no, we're gonna break shit. And yo, come on, man. Anybody.
We saw that a lot on camera.
Yeah, man. But that's how we got them storming the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? Because black people ain't. You think some sane black people are gonna storm the U.S. Cap? Come on, son.
First off, we wouldn't have made it that far.
Not absolutely.
We wouldn't even have got dressed and left our house to do that. I'm not even. You imagine that phone call like, "Yo, we about to drive down to DC and storm the Capitol." Yeah, I'm like, "All right, bro, let me know how it turns out. I'll see you when you get back."
Jesse Jackson at the podium talking about we're gonna storm the Capitol. National Guard is gonna be there before he turns the mic off.
That's it. He might get assassinated right then and there.
It'd be like Jesse Jackson is talking about storming Jesse Jackson's just been shot and killed. Like, what? Yeah, it would be immediate. Like we wouldn't have gotten nowhere near inside the building and all that. That'd have been ridiculous.
Yeah. So people act like they ain't double standards. And that's the thing that frustrates me. So if we're gonna wrap this up with some shit, I'm gonna keep it on that same topic. Like that Ahmaud Arbery. I watched that whole documentary. I watched the post and everything. And the fact that those men were not arrested immediately is crazy. I understand police in different counties and different states have their own investigation process. The video wasn't readily available. So I get, but it's just like, bro, it shouldn't even have been a doubt like that. They hunted that man down and murdered him. And then some people defend it. And it's like, if I'm trying to run away from y'all, everybody knows that when you back someone into a corner, they just gonna fight. So I'm trying to run away from y'all and y'all following me. At some point, I'm like, fuck it, man. It's now or never. I'm gonna fight for my life because y'all clearly just following me. I gotta do something. And man, look, if everybody there was black, this shit don't even make the news. You feel me? It's just as bad if it was all black on black violence. But people just create double standards when it's a race disparity. And that's the thing. It's like we all people. So if you wouldn't want that done to your son, your nephew, you know what I'm saying, your friend, then just be on that same accord. Color shouldn't matter.
Rich, that would be beautiful. But sadly, sadly, man.
We had it there.
That we live in. That would be beautiful.
Yeah.
But I'm my outro was a little less a little less serious. I was just gonna say that the movies we picked were definitely all classics. I don't care about the Patriots; they're not from New York. Just a recap: LeBron is probably one of the best to do it. Don't at me.
He's not my top 10.
Not my top 10 either.
Not in my top 10. LeBron James is not in my top 10.
Listen,
Kobe at my 2. I got Kobe at my 2.
I got Kobe at 2.
This is a whole show. Don't do it. I'm gonna edit this out. We'll have that show. That'll be a long ass show.
All right. So you want to end it off, or you want to let me do it?
Do your thing, man.
All right. So this is the Frenemies podcast. We all had a great time having a conversation about everyday topics that we wanted to have. Let me do this over.
Okay.
So this is the Frenemies podcast. We had a great time having this conversation. I hope everybody likes, follows, and subscribes. I'm Chuck Did It.
Rich, yo, make sure you leave a comment though. I think coming up we're gonna read the comments and we're gonna start responding to people in the comments. We would like feedback. Anything we can improve on, anything that y'all want us to talk about. So don't be afraid to jump in them comments and talk about Mike's Dr. Strange goatee. My nigga, you know what I mean? Chuck can't even grow one, so
that came from nowhere.
So yeah, man, just get in them comments.
Yeah, man. Like he said.
Out even, Mike.
No, I'm not. Like he said, man, get in them comments. All right, cut that shit off, man.
All right.